What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again, and we are continuing our campaign in Battlestar Galactica Deadlock. Now, our last battles we were successful, though we did take a bit of a beating on our ships. We've added a new ship into our fleet, giving us a whopping total of 3 ships, all Manticores, all Corvette-level ships. So, we've recently added the Tartarus. Now, I do need to change my ship names, and that's something that I need to do here at some point. So if you guys are interested in getting a ship named after you, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and hop to it. So, I need to go here, I do believe. Don't seem to be able to do anything. Okay, so it looks like there's actually potentially 2. I'm not sure if it's 2 fleets that just appeared on the board, or if it's just 2 ships in the area. I'm guessing it's probably 2 fleets. I'd be surprised if it was just the 2 ships, but we'll see. Alright, so we've got our 3 ships, and we've got our station here. Now it looks like we're in, I have all these guys just up at, like, maximum height, because they're guns, they're more powerful guns are on the nose of the ship on the bottom. But we're going to put them all up higher, and we'll see how things go here. We've got the space station supporting us, so...
Fleet group is jumping in 3.
Hopefully it shouldn't be too many enemies.
1. Sir, Caprica Terminal has been locked down and local forces are en route to our position. Readings indicate there's definitely a bogus transmitter in the area.
Civilian lives are of value. Their property is not. Find and destroy any relay hijacked by the Cylons.
You heard it, Commander. Go blow up somebody's satellite.
Okay. So it says overrun satellite right there. We got that. We got 2 ships here. These ours? These are ours to control. Interesting. So it looks like we've got a couple of
So say we all.
Battlestars here that
Understood.
carry Viper squadrons we can launch. So we're going to go ahead and do that. They're smaller Battlestars, which is fine. Guessing that means we're probably going to have a decent amount of people we're going to have to deal with. So there is an overrun satellite right there, so we're going to send these guys down there together, I guess. Can I target this one here? Alright, I don't want to waste any missiles on these satellites yet. So we're going to just move in and destroy them with guns, if we can.
The satellite is destroyed. We can leave Helios Alpha, correct?
Not quite yet, Admiral. Idris data is still compromised. I've got another candidate for the source of the interference, however.
Okay, so that wasn't much of a surprise, to be honest. Just because obviously we saw there was overrun satellites already. Actually, hang on, where's the other one? Right there. So it seems I can't actually target the
Squadron
ones that
target
aren't
is
up yet,
confirmed.
which is a little bit obnoxious, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. Leave. Oh,
So say we all.
we're just going to move that one up a teeny tiny bit so that way it's in range to fire on this one. We might just have him in a holding pattern over here. Where's the next one that's overrun? Up over this way. Is this one overrun? That one's not. There's a lot of satellites in the area here. Fortunately, I can't tell from there either.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to send these two guys up to deal with this satellite on the far side here, and then actually what we'll probably do is have this guy start heading up in that direction too. We'll do that.
Interference is still in place, and it seems to be getting stronger. Commander, I have identified 2 more satellites showing potential interference.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I was definitely expecting more satellites. That
On it,
part
Commander.
isn't the part that's interesting. It's just fascinating because it's getting stronger. Alright, let's have you swing around there. And let's have our Viper Squadron. We're going to send one of them over here to support these guys. I think is what we'll do. Oh, maybe I won't be able to because they're not in defensive range? Oh, there we go. Okay. Um, I don't think you're gonna be able to hit that, but sure do that.
Squadron on me. Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
Sir, new Dratus contacts. Terminal broadcast isn't expecting any arrivals, so we have to assume the jumpers are hostile.
Oh, shoot. Unfortunately, they all dropped in like right in front of my manticores too. All right, swing up this way. You actually turn back around and start turning back in.
On it, Commander.
You guys actually stay up here. I was thinking about bringing them
On it,
down
Commander.
lower so that the back guns could fire, but I don't think I want to do that. All right, we're gonna put these
All
guys in
hands
a
on deck!
defensive posture too because we can't actually see anything. So in case we get fired on first, we'll have a little bit of extra defensive stuff going on here. You can stay in that, and then they can stay. Actually, I'll put you in the defensive posture too. All right, so let's go ahead and turn.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Yeah, it's Cylon frigates
IFF confirms unit
and
is
a
hostile.
couple of Talons as well. Alright, let's have you guys turn in. Not really liking where that Talon's at with regards to firing missiles at it, but maybe what we'll do here is we're going to do this. We're going to fire guided missiles at this guy, I
Yes,
think, because
Commander.
he's clear of the station. I don't want to hit the station. We'll have the Battlestar here, the Adamant class, start getting ready to target this Talon. Let's do this, and let's bring you up some. And you, what do we want to do with you? We're going to have you continue to come in this way. We'll have this guy hold off on firing any missiles or anything like that, just because I don't want him firing on any, friendlies or anything like that. Again, I don't want him hitting the station. Oh, where is it? Yeah. Defend this Adamant. Screen out any missiles, because I'm sure we're going to have a missile barrage coming in now that everybody's been identified.
Missiles incoming! Understood.
Alright, we'll target down those raiders with this guy as he's approaching him, because I think they'll probably be in firing range. Do you have a flak option? You do not. Do you have those guys coming up at you, though?
Yes, Commander.
Okay, I think that's going to be our options for this turn here. Everybody's got their assignments and everything. Did I put him in defensive? I did. Okay, yeah. This guy's still gonna be out of range. He's not gonna have much he can do. We'll put this guy as offensive, though. We're gonna keep the other two guys as defensive. I think
Missiles
that's it.
incoming!
Alright, so we're gonna cancel and refocus fire on the Nemesis with this guy here.
Understood.
Actually, let's bring you back here. We're not gonna move you very far forward. Cancel. Have you refocus on that Talon.
On it, Commander.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I think we can get away with firing guided missiles without hitting the station, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to bring him out. We're going to bring him right through this field of fighters here, too. So he's got a turn still before he can fire his guided missiles. Guessing that's the case with these guys here as well. It is. Alright, keep chasing this guy down here. Yeah, I'm on the run. Let's keep it that way. And that's good too. You all fired the same turn, I believe. Yeah. Okay. The only one who was on a different cooldown is this adamant here, who's got a longer cooldown.
We're
He
taking
just
fire.
fired. Okay, there we go. And we're actually going to change this guy's... Oh, wait, no, never mind. He was the one that was aggressive. I was going to say, he's less likely to get fired on than this guy, because this guy's already damaged and everything. So...
Yes, Commander.
Actually, let's do this. Because he is damaged,
On it,
let's
Commander.
continue to bring him down, but let's also hold him back just a little bit so the Southern
Commander.
Manticore can eventually come up and overtake him.
Manticore is taking damage.
Our Vipers attempted to intercept the missiles, but unfortunately they were engaged with those Raider prototype squadrons, and they were just getting killed as that happened. So, unfortunate situation, but not much else that could have been done there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I want you guys really do a whole lot else. Your targeting might be kind of not ideal.
On it, Commander. On it, Commander.
Oh, fire control for this guy is way banged up. Let's go ahead and deal with that.
On it, Commander.
Not for you. Guy needs repairs to his engineering. Hangar on this one's way banged up.
Recalling squadron. Manticore is taking damage.
Alright. We're slowly willing them away, but I mean it's taking a while still, obviously, but
Yes,
we're
Commander.
getting there. Okay. Oh, we did we killed the frigate there. Okay. Swing around. And hit him. Actually, you know what? We got two guys over here. Let's have you come over this way and start getting ready to go after these other guys. Have you drop down too. Oop. Are you doing it?
Understood.
Okay, so we're gonna swing this guy around. He's taking a pretty good beating on the bottom of the ship and the front of the ship, so we're gonna turn his back and bring him down so he's not taking fire directly on his, the inside where the hole's been worn down with armor loss. Then we'll swing these other two ships around to attack this Talon here and continue to push on him now that their guy's dead. The Raptors are getting a little bit worn down by the Raider.
Manticore is
That's
taking damage.
still down there.
Keep your target locked. Watch for clearance.
Our Manticore's not really in a position to shoot at it, unfortunately. Okay, so our Adamants just took out the Talon, which is awesome. With the fighters gone too, I'm thinking what we're going to do here is we're going to launch these last three Vipers. Oh, hangar being repaired. Shoot. Okay. That's right. Oh, okay. I mean, that's not a big deal. Turrets. Focus fire. Fire control being repaired.
Yes, sir.
Now, focus fire on him. You focus fire on him as well.
Understood.
They're breaching our firewalls. They're giving us a hell of a storm, sir.
I don't know what this guy's shooting at, because he looks like he's almost shooting at our guy way over here. Might be trying to shoot the other Talon, but that would be kind of ridiculous. Okay, so the hangar is still being repaired. The hangar is super beat up, and looks like it's probably out of commission, so I don't think we're going to be able to relaunch those guys. You should be in a position here that I'll be able to deal with the satellite in just a second here.
No joy, sir. Navigation data is still compromised. They must have control of the entire Idris system by now.
Not to mention we've destroyed more Caprican infrastructure in the last few minutes than the entire Cylon fleet could on a good day.
We've wasted enough time. Commander, remove the Cylon threat from Caprica Terminal before any more lives are put at risk.
Okay, so we just destroyed all those satellites and still getting interference.
So say we all.
Dude, actually, let's do this. 'Cause he's taking a lot of damage on the right. He's about to take more on the right and the bottom, and I don't. I don't think we'll get to keep these once this mission's over. They seem to be stationed here in orbit of the planet, so I'm guessing these are not part of our fleet. So I probably shouldn't worry too much about trying to protect them or save them, but I'm not 100% certain of that, so we're going to do our best to make sure that these things stay
On it,
safe.
Commander.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you're still targeting him. I want you to focus fire on this guy here. He's not doing super great, but he's doing well enough. We're going to switch his posture from defensive to offensive because this guy here is focused on the Battlestars, and I suspect it's pretty similar to my frigates, where this thing is mostly forward-firing armaments. Or is very limited on where he can fire.
So say we all.
Oh man, he's like right in the path of this guy. Let's dip him down. Alright, bring him around and up.
Firing on target.
Subsystem repairs are complete. On it, Commander.
Okay, so our hangar bay is good enough to launch Vipers again. Launch the last few remaining Vipers we have in the hangar. Send them back out here.
On it, Commander.
Okay, so they just took out the Talon here. These these Vipers over here. These guys are actually trying to retreat. We're gonna send them down after this. We're gonna have you also try to focus fire on that Raider squadron before they escape. Why you do the same thing too? Alright, so we're going to send our Manticores after that squadron, try and catch him before he gets back to the Talon over here. I don't think he would do much anyways, but we'll try to catch him before he gets back. The Nemesis over here, I said the Talon, the Nemesis, I mean, the Talon that was over here died. The Nemesis over here is almost dead as well, though.
Subsystem
So I might
is
have
back
him right
online.
here. Yep, there we go. Alright, that should be the mission.
Admiral Kane, Caprican and Quorum representatives are on the line. They want to know about Colonial Fleet's involvement at Caprica Terminal.
Divert the calls to my office, Lieutenant. And get us out of Helios Alpha, Commander, before I am forced to ground the Daedalus for good.
So we'll go ahead and we'll watch the replay here. So I'm kind of curious how we're supposed to get out of here now because we didn't stop the interference, which was only getting worse from what I understand.
Fire control is warmed up and preparing solutions.
Squadron on me. Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship.
Alright, so this is when their fleets dropped in. And you can see they launched fighters right away too, just like us. This has launched so many missiles. Funny thing is, we could have probably launched way more missiles during that battle than what we actually did.
We're taking fire!
Incoming!
Yeah, I love watching the space battles in this.
Adjusting shot by .17. Fire!
They really nailed the feel of Battlestar
reaching our
Galactica's
firewall.
cinematography, especially when it comes to like space battles and stuff like that. You get a lot of the same camera angles and zooming and stuff like that.
Firing on target.
Clean up order received. Rally our feet. That's what you get, frackers.
I'm guessing, was that the last one? It doesn't sound like there's much gunfire going on, so it's gotta be one of the last couple, I'm guessing. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, well, let's proceed. We'll go into the next cutscene. What time are we at? We're at 32 minutes, so that might be the only mission we do today here, I'm thinking. I'm not really sure.
Commander,
These missions
before we
take a
go
while,
venturing into
and
the
they're still
colder
pretty
zone,
early on.
Might I suggest we update our fleet a little?
I mean, yeah,
I
absolutely,
control
but what do you
all
have
the
in
plans
mind?
you want, but you will still need the cooperation of the colonies to turn raw materials and blueprints into a living, breathing crew aboard an operational ship. Luckily for you, Lucinda Kane is persuasive. Her recent display of force has provided us the requisitioning power needed for my Adamant-class frigates. We may as well be well defended, whatever it is you're dragging us into.
Didn't know the adamant classes were frigates. That's interesting. So, yeah, I guess they're just frigates. I thought those were Battlestars, just based off their design and the fact that they could launch fighters. Small Battlestars, but Battlestars nonetheless. Cost requisition points to unlock, which are earned by completing missions. So, costs 500 requisition points to get the Adamant class, but we can't get anything else anyways, so we're going to go ahead and purchase that. Additional blueprints will become available to unlock as you complete missions. So, now I'm kind of wondering, is this... I was looking at this before, and you've got the flags of the colonies here, and there's some of them are like green, some are orange, and some are red. I'm wondering if this is like how much each colony likes you, or is this like the safety status of the colony? Adamant frigates are now available to build from the dataless shipyards. Okay. Yeah, how much is its fleet cost here? So is the fleet cost the same as the actual cost to build it, is the other thing I want to know. How much is it? 770. So we could rush it, spend all of our money rushing it, but we need money to jump. So we're not going to do that. We're going to build another Manticore too, just in case we lose one. I want one started in production just with the possibility to either replace. And then if we don't need to, you know, it can serve in a second fleet capacity, so there's that. We're going to say done for now. We're going to save up our money. The point cap of every fleet is displayed in the fleet's tab on the strategy index. Data list itself does not add any points to the fleet's value, but it must be defended at all costs. Okay, yeah, so Click on this. So it looks like there is actually more fleets, so maybe we do want to rush completion of at least one of those ships. Looks like these guys got promoted too, so they're both experienced now. They get plus 10% max distance, which is nice. Doesn't sound like a lot necessarily, but you know, it definitely adds up. So they have 2 confirmed kills each of these guys, and this guy has 1 with 3 kill assists. We do need to repair that one. And this guy needs it even more. Okay, we got 3 ships going through production right now. Let's go ahead and let's rush the Berserk carrier here. And transfer him in there. So it looks like there will be some sort of officer recruitment too, which we're not at yet. Not sure what this is. Okay.
Without
We've
accurate data from Idris, we're stuck relying on these old onboard computers to calculate our FTL jumps. Luckily, I think I've found us an out. There's an abandoned colony halfway between Alpha and Gamma that isn't registering much activity. It should be a relatively safe jump. As long as we're careful with our data, we can take the data list from there to Gamma and back home to Ragnar, hopefully without collecting any moons along the way.
I don't like the hopefully part of that, but okay. Let's do that. Oh yeah, 2 more fleets just dropped in. So we're going to go ahead and proceed. I don't know if that's going to launch us into a mission now that we're here or what. If it does, we'll pick that up in a separate video, and if it doesn't, we'll just continue on until we get all of the logistical stuff out of the way. So it does look like it's going to launch us into a mission, and it looks like there's Cylons here and waiting for us. So we're sure enough, we're going to launch that as a different video. Provided, of course, you guys like it. I haven't released the first video out yet, so I'll probably still record this 3rd video, and then we'll see. It depends on reception and everything of these first 2 videos. At any rate, guys, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful evening. Take it easy.